What's up, stream? We're live. What's up, everybody? How's it going? Yes, indeed, I left Thunder. Yes, yes, yes. What's up, everybody? But yeah, if you guys have any questions, I know that there's a lot going on, and I know that a lot of people are like pretty confused about like the whole Thunder situation, and I'm just here to answer any questions that like honestly, like if you're asking me how much I got paid or something, I'm not going to tell you. But if you guys have any like reasonable questions, I would love to answer any, because I feel like I can go on Twitter right now and be like, oh, they were amazing to me. They were a really really good sponsor. They were nothing but helpful and welcoming, which is what I said in my tweet. And a lot of people, like the first comment was like, I don't know, I smell something fishy about this. Come here and talk to me. So I'm here for all you guys. Was it because of the CEO thing? No. That video was made about Christian, and Christian wasn't even actually the CEO at the time that he made the video. So people just have like a bunch of weird information about that whole thing. And the majority of that video really didn't have anything to do with Thunder in the first place. My understanding is that he was CEO up until at some point in 2018 of Thunder Gaming. But the current CEO is Roderick, who owns Thunder Studios. Yeah. Did most people leave because they didn't want to be associated with the drama? Honestly, I have no idea. I'm going to be 100% honest with everything I say here, by the way. So obviously I'm clarifying and saying, why are you quitting Melee? I'm not quitting Melee. I sincerely mean honestly. Mostly everybody was just like, hey, I've had a really good time. I'm pretty sure that they signed a lot of people, and I think that they wanted to like kind of push everybody for a 2020 contract. So what you were seeing was kind of odd. Because you guys know how they signed like tons of people, right? They signed like 20 people. But I think they were all up at the start of the year. So I think that like some people decided not to leave for whatever reason. But all I really saw was like their tweets that were like, hey, I've decided not to renew my contract. I saw them like, all that stuff. So I honestly probably know just about as much as you guys about all that. But I think it seems kind of jarring that like so many people are leaving all at the same time, but I think it's just the case that like everybody's contract was up at the same time. That's my assumption about it all. Can you give insight behind those polls as a hiring process? As far as I understand it, the polls were never like supposed to be a thing. I think they just wanted to like generate hype around like them signing a bunch of people. They decided to make polls, and something that MVD said was like potentially in like poor taste or whatever, but like it did get a lot of people talking. So I don't know. I think the polls were never meant to be like they're going to sign the person that gets the most votes or whatever. I think they just wanted to generate hype and didn't understand necessarily how it was going to go. But that's okay. For me, you can talk about any potential shadiness all day long, but it's an incompetency that really speaks for itself. I think they were people that wanted to invest in Melee that like, or Smash that like didn't necessarily have ties to the scene beforehand. So I think they had to go through like all of the growing pains that like, it's like, I don't know, man. Imagine like fucking some big CEO of a company fucking wants to get into like weird Smash esports with a bunch of teenagers signing up for tournaments, and like they have to somehow now brand themselves on Twitter. It's just weird growing pains, to be honest. That's how it felt to me. Do you think that this is ultimately bad for the scene in that other companies will take what happened to Thunder Smash as a negative outcome? I honestly don't know. Thunder Gaming is still going. It's not like it's done or whatever, and I don't think me leaving is like ultimately bad for the scene or anything like that. I'd like to see them redeem themselves and have this positive redemption arc, and I think that they're capable of doing it. Why are you not renewing if they were good to you? Goodness. There's a few things here. I wanted to like keep my options open. God, how do I tell you guys this without like being weird? I think that this is fine for me to say. Like I said, I want to make sure that I'm not like crossing any boundaries or anything or answering like unreasonable questions. The contract was presented to me, and I had certain terms that I wanted met, and like we had a discussion, and we just didn't see eye to eye, so I decided to leave. It's a pretty standard thing, but I just didn't want to be weird. Yeah, there were just certain things about my contract, and we didn't necessarily see eye to eye, so I left. Had nothing to do with the drama, 100%. Had nothing to do with other people leaving. I don't want to. Yeah. what do you think of the stigma around Thunder? I think that people are super uneducated, and I think they want to like dogpile. I think that everybody enjoys a good dogpile, and I think it's just dumb. No, it's like it's essentially like how much I perceive my value or potential growth in my value, and how much they are like willing to pay me at the time of signing, right? It's just like sometimes these things don't align, and like that's okay. It's not like they don't have enough money to pay me. Technicals tries to be like a little like rude. I'm saying a little rude. Tries to be really rude towards Thunder at the beginning, and I think like Thunder recognizes their faults like that they had towards the beginning of like when they came onto the scene, and kind of how they were tone deaf to the scene like initially. But I think that they were like in. I thought honestly up until that video came out, I thought they were doing a really good job of like repairing. Maybe not like a really, really good job, but like doing a good job of repairing their connection with the scene. And then that video came out and it was like everybody's hate was validated. And it was like, oh God. Would you work with Thunder Gaming in the future? Definitely. If they threw some like Melee National or something, and if I had the means to get there, I'd definitely go. Yeah. No, they were always good to me. I actually feel bad for TG. I felt bad like every day for them. It was fucked. Outside of the top 10, it seems like people switch sponsors too frequently. Note this opinion has nothing to do with you leaving Thunder. I just always look at it from the perspective of career building if I got a new job every year. Yeah, no, definitely. I think it's difficult because sometimes it's on the sponsor, sometimes it's on the player not getting what they want, sometimes it's just like, I don't know. It's weird. But I agree. People switch all the time, and I wish it was more of a consistent thing for sure. Easily. Do you think that you're close to profitable? Probably not. If I'm being realistic, no. But I view myself in probably a year being decently profitable, yeah. But it depends on how hard I work and my goals and what doesn't fucking get in my way. Like, I honestly, so essentially everything that I've ever envisioned for myself has kind of happened. Very unfortunately, though, certain things have come up in my life that have prevented me. I'm trying to answer these questions so fast. That have prevented me from like actually getting as far as I wanted. Like when my mom was dying, I don't need anybody's like pity or whatever. But when my mom was dying, that was like a pretty long process where I had to like take time and like drive across the state to like go visit her. And like I honestly, I probably could have done a better job of visiting even more than I did. Blah 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 blah. But like, you know, that weighed down on me a lot as a competitor too, and like as a result of that, I probably had like the worst season of my career, which was like the summer of it was 2017, right? Or was it 2018? I can't remember. But I did really terrible. I didn't beat a top 100 player for like 6 months. It was crazy. But like certain things like that get in my way. But essentially everything that I've ever wanted, that I've kind of envisioned, has kind of happened. So yeah, I see myself getting close to profitable eventually. Yeah, contract disagreement. That's the best way to describe it. It had nothing to do with like the drama surrounding Thunder or anything like that. I think that's all stupid and overblown and weird. And I actually wanted to help them kind of get all that together. But yeah. How many hundreds of times have you went to Arby's and asked for a sponsor? Couple hundred. One time I went to Arby's and I ordered something, and the lady said, the lady working at the cash register said, I see you more than I see my own mother. That's when I realized I was eating too much Arby's. Why is it that everyone who leaves them says something like they did nothing wrong? Because they didn't do anything wrong. Literally everybody saying that is being legitimate. I don't know how else to tell you, but like they are just being honest human beings. Yeah. What's the hardest thing for you to keep a balance of between competing and streaming? Oh man. Yo, Brian, what's up, man? Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. Thank you for the 4 months. Thank you for the Twitch Prime. So keeping a consistent schedule is easily the most difficult thing about keeping a balance between competing and streaming. Sometimes I'm gone for 5 days a week. Sometimes I'm gone for 3 days a week. Sometimes I'm home for a month. It's like, fuck, man, how am I supposed to have a consistent schedule? It's so fucking hard. Jesus Christ. But yeah, no, I have nothing but love. I actually thought that Thunder, the roster, was so sick. I liked everybody on the team. They were all really nice to me. I thought that was really cool. Yeah. That's essentially like the best way I can kind of describe all that. I heard Alpharad didn't get paid for his work at Thunder. You know anything about it? No. As far as I know, they paid everybody. Has Alfred said that? I'd never heard that. It's one of his YouTube videos? Really? Alfred made a YouTube video about not getting paid at Thunder? I've never seen that. Found the video? I might check it out. How come so many people left around the same time? Expect a couple people to resign? Yeah, no, a couple people have resigned. More than a couple, I think. But yeah, so my understanding is that everybody's contract was probably up at around the same time because they were all signed around the same time. So you see people leaving because certain people are going to like try to renegotiate terms of their contract. Certain people aren't going to get those needs met. So a lot of people are going to be leaving because of that. And I don't know. I don't have any like insider knowledge on why anybody didn't re-sign their contract. So like I can't. My guess is as good as yours. I don't really think that the whole like drama around Thunder really had that much to do with it by the way that people were talking about it within the organization, but I'm not sure. So I saw this video on how super shady the CEO of Thunder is. Basically, they called him a con artist. Is that true? So here's the thing. I can neither confirm or deny allegations made against Christian, but I can say he's not the CEO of Thunder Gaming. That's just not true. Also, from what I understand, basically from being within the organization, seeing everybody talk about things, it seems like everything was kind of overblown. There's a lot of mischaracterization going on, and a lot of it's just not true. I don't know how much of it or whatever, but what I can say is that all of the work that Christian ever did for Thunder was very legitimate, and everybody got paid the amount that they wanted to. And also, there are only two Some people literally replied to MVD on Twitter and were like, they're literally scamming their shareholders. Do you know who the shareholders of Thunder are? There's Roderick David and Liz David. Those are the people that own Thunder Studios. Those are the shareholders of Thunder. Nobody's getting fucked, okay? There's no recovery from this kind of blow, but who knows? You don't think so? I actually think so. I think it's possible. I think I would have helped if I was there, but hey, man, it's fine. This is the way the cookie crumbled, and that's fine with me. Hey, everybody, here's the thing. Hey, listen to me, okay? Listen, if you're thinking about subscribing or thinking about donating, now's the time, okay? I don't have a sponsor. I'm trying to put money away so that I'm going to be able to travel. Things are going to be a lot more difficult for me. I'm just saying. So I might have to crowdfund certain events, shit like that, like other people do. I have a hard time asking for money, but that's the whole thing.